Yep. What's up, nerds? Welcome to our live for Icast 2024. We are hanging out at the Airbnb right now. I'm on my laptop, so this is not as high tech as we normally are, but we are hanging out with our boys. One, he's not that cool, but here's Paul. Hi.
Started.
And we also have Rar Fishing over here.
Yo.
What's up, dude? We got Jimmy. And we got Amir coming in
with the right vibes.
The right vibe. All the best vibes.
Yeah.
I would say. There's Amir.
There
right
he
there.
is.
What's up?
This is Bathiness Empire right here.
This is the team. Man, don't touch my hand. That's weird. Why are you doing that? Other than Hunter, who will be here in T-minus 1 hour?
Probably an hour.
Hour and a half? We got pizza coming in, so we're hanging out, and we're like, you know what? Well, I was like, you know what?
We're going live.
I just decided to turn on the live. Why not? What's going on, you guys? Let's talk about like some of the things we've seen in the show. Yeah, get chairs. Get in here.
Push it back a little bit more.
This is like the least professional live we've ever done.
It's not close.
Sponsored
We're gonna
by
have Chaws.
Truly. Hello. Let's talk about some things we're excited about from the show. Eh? What are you excited about?
We have to go by category because it's too much.
Okay, so let's start with kayaks. Also, there's a bunch of like products,
like
here.
actual kayaks. Or like
Amir
kayak
might be mad at me for
accessories,
talking about something.
No.
All right, cool. We can talk about those things.
To yell at Jeff.
Anything on the table you can talk about.
Yo, Debo's in here. What's up, dude?
Debo.
Looks like a good time. It's a great time. We're having absolutely a blast right now,
I'm exhausted.
dude. All right, so kayaks.
Let's start with actual kayaks.
Actual kayaks, and then we'll go to inflatables.
I'll
after
just
this.
hit the highlights. So Wilderness Systems released a very modern, very big tournament-ready rig.
Nuts.
It is insanely cool at $2,200.
$21.99 actually.
It's an insane deal. Thanks for that. So that releases the spring, so March of 25. It's very cool. The iAttack inflatable rig is very cool. We're actually going to get one, so that's new news. The Flywater, which is an inflatable kayak.
We are tired. That's
We
correct.
are,
Bernardo, very tired.
You're right.
Thank you.
There's a 12'6" Flywater from Isle is freaking insane. We're gonna get a bigger Bixby motor for it and put that with the
not a bigger motor, a bigger battery.
Not a motor, battery. Sorry. Battery.
So Bixby just updated
get more power out of it.
They just updated their bigger battery, which takes you from 33-pound thrust to 38-pound thrust, which is significant, and will last longer. So
twice as long. You get twice as much battery life as their regular floatable.
So we're doing that.
It's sick. And
it's a little lighter.
Newport released an inflatable boat, like a legit actual boat. You can stand on the front. It's insane. There's too much. The Unlimited 10. I think we should get one.
The U10 we're gonna try and get.
We gotta get, and I want a 12 too. It's the New Canoe Unlimited. My mind has totally changed after seeing some of the accessories they make. They're insanely cool. They're so cool. Like the storage pod, you can have all your electronics on it and your battery, and just pick the whole thing up and put it onto another boat.
Yeah, it fits in the black pack as well. So you can actually take the short stack from the black pack and install it under like the main compartment of your black pack, and that could just be your battery pack, which is pretty nice.
Are you talking about the Newport
Newport battery? The
Newport came out with a low pro battery. It's a it's a square. It's 4 inches thick. It's 30% cheaper than the current battery. It has all the same features, but it's made to go under the seat or under a short stack in a kayak. It's a sleeper. Like, people won't recognize it for how good it is. It will change the way you think about rigging out kayak fishing. It also doesn't require you to unscrew the towers on your battery. You literally just plug it in. Them. It's nuts, you guys.
Probably one of the things I'm most excited about from this year's Icast.
And it will be the most slept on because people just don't understand what it's doing for kayak fishing. Like, they want, and New Canoe Unlimited has a
hang on. So the Newport batteries are also getting less expensive. So
33%.
The low pro is insane. It goes down to $599, but they do have 100 amp.
Comes in all the same formats as all their current batteries.
It's nuts.
Crazy. Yeah. So I also found out that New Canoe for their Unlimited, they have this. So you take the Newport, it has this big bracket, which is very well designed. You scrap that, get it out of here. You just take the post and the cables, and then the actual motor, and then you basically just hook it up with one pin into the back of a New Canoe. All you have to do is pull out one pin, unplug two small things, and the whole motor assembly comes off for you to load and unload. So you cut the whole weight in half of the Newport whole setup, and then to remove it for loading and unloading, bing, 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 off.
Bing,
It's insane.
bing, bing,
and
bing.
then when you want
that's the sound it makes.
and
actually,
that's pretty close. And then when you want to take, and also swivels 180 degrees instead of like 75 degrees, so you get you could do a true just 180 in your kayak. Then when you want to go put it on your other new canoe, you can just go and plug it into your other new canoe. So if you have a 12 and you have a 10, you go bang, bang, and like it's that fast. It's so, and then they have a foot drive. It's a pedal. So the foot drive is included in this. It's part of the system. So you cut the weight of the Newport, you make it easy on and off, and instead of using like an insane cable drive that just like doesn't work that well and will eventually just break on you and is not adjustable, they have a pedal, and you literally go to go left, you push down, to go right, you put your heel down. That's the whole thing.
Very
and
like trolling motor style.
Under tension, it's perfect. It is really like, I did a short on it, so you guys can go see it. It's amazing, and I have to post.
We're gonna post a short.
I'm gonna go post.
The YouTube video that just went up tonight is the on the water video. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, go check that out. So if you want to see what Paul is just describing, which I think he described well, but is really hard to visualize.
I'm posting it right now.
I'm
gonna post it right now on our everywhere.
Thanks, Paul. So Paul's posting that right now. If you watch the video, you can see him actually fishing in the kayak. The U10. Did you guys see that? Have you seen the U10? Dude, the U10 with that setup was so nimble. It was insane. And it's a 41-inch wide kayak. So kind of nuts. We're going to do a full breakdown on that kayak that will be in our Monday video. So Monday will be all the kayaks that we see at Icast. You guys will get that. Surprisingly, like a lot more kayaks than I thought were going to drop, including Bonafide just dropped. Hang on, I have to remember what it was called. The XTR 130. So the XTR 130 is a bass boat in disguise. That's what we're calling it.
Bass boat in disguise.
Anybody else says that, we coined it. All right, but we went there.
Bro, just if you need to remember, the XTR is just
Extra, dude. That boat is insane. We did the on the water day. I can't remember who, but somebody messaged us and they were like, "Hey, have you seen the new Bonafide boat?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" So it was a surprise drop. Went to the Bonafide booth today. End of the day, checked it out. XTR is insane. It is absolutely a bass boat. You put your transducer on the very back of the boat like you would a regular boat. That's how bass boaty it is. There's a standing platform at the front as well. It's pretty nuts. It is heavy, but it's not as heavy as the Titan X, which is crazy. It's like 156 pounds. So yeah, I don't know. They're doing some crazy stuff with kayaks.
You can stand on the front with two people. It's got a 700-pound weight capacity.
You're way back there. Like, you're 5 miles away and just yelling at the screen.
How many miles?
5. How many? 500 moths away. Distance in moths, yes. So pretty nuts boat. You can stand on the front of it. You can put 2 of the native or Bonafide seats, the swivel seats on it. Really cool. I love that. I got a question for RAR Fishing from Bernardo.
Oh, what's up?
Are you ever going to try Ray BFS rods?
Oh, we tried those. We tried, yeah.
Did you guys try them?
Yeah.
What do you think about them?
The rods are really nice. It's nice, but there was like a couple quirks that we didn't like at the time. And then for some reason, we just haven't really reconnected and tried any of their latest stuff.
Yeah.
But the original ones, it didn't sit well with some of the BFS reels, and we gave some feedback to them, so they should have improved it already. So my assumption, if they did make newer ones, it should be better. But like I do really like the flex. It's more flexy compared to some of the rods I've been using now. I kind of trend towards more the stiffer stuff at the moment.
I like it.
I would describe them kind of like if you're familiar with the JDM type rods, they're more of like a trout area, like an area.
Yeah.
More trouty.
Yeah, for fishing
Okay.
like lakes and stock ponds, as opposed to getting into those creeks and stuff.
They serve the California community, and they do a lot of stock
They're really
ponds,
popular
right?
out there.
So when you have a pond, you're not really fighting the current and stuff like that. So what they like to throw are these, more, I guess, treble hooks and stuff like that, and they want to finesse them in. But if you're fishing the streams and stuff like that, you are going to be fighting current. So my fishery, mainly I like to go streams for trout. So I like the shorter rods, the different ones, so that I impart motions where I need to. So that's also one reason why I'm also not really using raised stuff. But if they did improve it, hopefully it's good. I can follow up with them.
They made some.
Yeah.
They did? Okay, so as Mir, because he's in the know of all these tackle stuff. So there's improvements.
That's awesome. Good feedback there. All right. Jason says no more energy drinks for Paul. Paul, no more energy drinks.
Who even are you?
When Paul has a Celsius early in the day, by the way, you guys, I don't know if you know this. If you've ever been to Icast, it's gigantic. It's huge. These guys have been there a bunch. We've been there a bunch. There are just so many different companies here. It's crazy. It's a lot of work. We did the whole day, and we probably talked to 8% of the entirety of Icast. So we need the energy drinks, but Paul is kind of like a jackhammer at the beginning of the day. He's just like buzzing. And later in the day, he calms down a little bit more. So that happens. Not by much. Bearded Paddler is Paul on the toilet. It looks like that if I position you just like this.
Prove me wrong.
Correct. Well, that is a toilet and or a couch. We don't know. You guys decide what he's actually sitting on right now. I love that. All right, so kayaks we covered. Let's go to rafts. So did you see any of the boats?
I didn't spend time anything at boats at all because I've been talking about more outdoors and stuff like that. But tomorrow I could explore, do some filming and stuff like that.
Okay, fair enough. The raft scene, the inflatable scene is like exploding. It's pretty insane. So a bunch of companies jumped onto the scene recently. As Paul mentioned, we're getting the Isle, which is really cool. Is it the Flycraft? What is it called?
Flycraft 12.6.
Flycraft.
Is that the pontoon looking like thing?
Yeah, it's like a dual tune design.
It's a hybrid skiff kayak.
I did see that one.
There you go. Hybrid skiff kayak. So we'll be getting that inflatable. That was pretty neat. Newport's new raft, also insanely neat. Yeah. It's kind of like they're like really different designs where the Isle is super lightweight, 33 pounds. Lighter weight seat, all that stuff. 38 pounds.
48.
Like I said, 48 pounds. Newport 66 pounds. This is a little bit heavier duty seat. It has a full-on like boat seat, like what you would see in any standard actual boat, bass boat.
It's got a transom. So
it's crazy.
For a transom on a motor. So like it's built to handle the MT 3 and 600. I
hope they can hear you because you're 500 moths away, which is a distance if they don't know what moth distances are. But yeah, it does have a transom mount at the back. You can they had the NT 300 from Newport on this boat with a low pro battery when we were out on the water. The thing rips. So if you watch the on the water video, you'll see how fast I was going in it. It's a speedy demon. Really, really cool. I like it a lot. All right, Bearded Paddler is saying industry will start to shift to lighter craft inflatables. Will definitely grow as the technology is already there for durable materials. Yeah, absolutely. And that's like the first thing anybody asks about an inflatable craft is, what if I, run into things? Will it pop? Will I, get a tear or a hole in there? The likelihood of that is really low. And most of these come with repair kits that are really easy to use. So we're hoping to get our hands on enough, you guys, that we can show you how they actually operate. And yeah, they're super durable. We have the eye attack coming too. I think Paul mentioned that from Wilderness Systems. Again, super durable, more of a kayak than these other two, the Newport or the Isle are. So that, yeah, just all around really interesting stuff, I think, dropping from these guys. So rafts kind of covered. We'll move to rods, reels. Did you guys check out rods, reels?
Rods. I checked out some rods.
Rods?
Reels, yeah.
What'd you like on the rods and reels side?
Hey, Jeff, should I post right now?
Hey, how about you stop commenting mean things in chat?
On YouTube, should I post?
You're the worst. Yeah. Go ahead. Paul's posting a video right now on YouTube. He's also being mean.
Sure.
What do you got?
Well, obviously, I just stuck to checking out all the bait finesse rods. There's definitely some exciting rods coming down the lineup. Daiwa has three rods, but 3 series, or three series. They got the Presso. If you're familiar with the Presso lineup, that's more of their trout style stuff. They have the rods that are coming out in the Presso. I don't know the price ranges on these things off the top of my head, but they're on the higher end. They have like a nice wooden reel seat. I saw they included the rubber foot for those that use the metal reels. There's a little rubber foot you put on the reel.
Reduce vibrations. Also, sometimes some reel seats that doesn't fit
well because it gives you a nice thing.
There's no standardization when it comes to bait finesse reels, right?
Exactly. It also keeps the nice polished wood underneath from rubbing off. So there's 2 rods in the Presso lineup. They're both on the little bit longer side. I don't remember off the top of my head. I would say like a 5'8" and a six
something. This is
six
low
something.
6.
So they're going to be awesome for that area trap style stuff again, like fishing in ponds, fishing in lakes. They have 2 new Bass series of rods coming out. Tatula BFS rods.
The Tatula BFS, I'm excited about.
Yeah,
There's
That's
2
awesome.
version. There's a 2-piece and now a single piece.
There's
$100
version and a single piece version. They're right about $100.
$100 BFS rod. That's
they
gonna
seem
be
like
insane.
a good value type of rod. And then they have
You need to get one.
brand new
Will do.
PX rods to complement the PX reel they dropped a little bit earlier this year. The PX rods PX is like Daiwa's old school BFS type reels, the Pixie lineup. So they're very like bass orientated, almost I would say tournament grade rod. Like they're higher tier than what you get out of the Tatula. Maybe not quite like Steve's $500 territory though. They're going to be somewhere in the middle there. I was really surprised when I picked up the ultralight one. It has a nice ultralight bend through it, like you'd expect an ultralight rod to have. But then you got that the very top section has this very soft, like noodly almost feel.
It's a very short part, like tip at the tip.
Interesting.
I don't know how to make them that way. I believe it's a composite of glass and carbon to make it do that.
Yeah.
I've seen it on a few.
Pizza's here.
Pizza. I've seen
pizza.
I've seen it on some JDM Shimano rods in the past where it has like this tubular top feel. So those rods are going to be very exciting.
That's awesome. We didn't get that much time to look at rods today. We're going to do more rods and reels tomorrow, so we'll figure that out. But you guys will see videos from us on that later. What'd you figure out?
So I played around with some reels, but I didn't go through all the real stuff out there. But the number one I think my fans been asking for is the Bates Hondo LTS.
We did try that, but tell me your thoughts.
I played around with it, but I didn't have time for today to actually do a cast testing video. So on the water demo, which is yesterday, they put it on a casting rod, and that was rated to like 28 ounce. So it's kind of heavy side. And they put a very light lure, and it had like thick braid and to the max. And I wasn't casting well with it. I was like,
it's the wrong setup.
We could do better. But on DL, I actually played with this reel in last November with some tester schools and stuff like that. And I gave a lot of feedback. So I'm actually very, very excited with it. Played with the Hondo itself before, so I love the reel. So I really want to put the true bait finesse thin line tomorrow.
Right line.
I brought
rod.
Yeah, I got some rods right here that I can bring over ramp, and I'll do some casting, see actually how low it could go. So that I'm very excited for that. But the tolerance and everything, I played with it. I liked it. Did you like it when you touch it for a little bit?
Yeah. Oh, it's solid. And surprisingly light.
It's light.
Like I don't know off the top of my head what the various round metal reels weigh that are out there, like the Conquest. And
did you see their blocks? Like
it felt lighter than
they have the full aluminum blocks, right? And they mill partially, and they mill to just the frame. Like they actually hold the Hondo. It's so freaking light.
It's insanely light. So we did get our hands on the LTS. It was pretty cool. I agree. It had the wrong line. It was on the wrong rod. Like it definitely needs a better setup. There's pizza. Go get pizza. I mean, I think that the LTS will be pretty solid. It's also $299?
What?
The LTS?
LTS
Hondo?
Cost is high.
It's up there.
Was it $395? $395, I think. So it's a little higher.
It's pretty up there.
You can't see me. This is like half my face.
Yeah, scoot it. Everybody's got to scoot close because I'm on my laptop. I don't have like my widescreen webcam, unfortunately. So we're doing what we can here today. I wanted to scoot up here real quick. BJamin asked, does inflatable and hooks go together? LOL. Surprisingly, yes. Like it's actually really hard to puncture the inflatable rafts that you see around here. So I just want to call that out. It's pretty neat. They will hold up. What are you pointing at, Mr. Greasy guy? What lures do y'all recommend for smallmouth in streams? Great question.
Pick your favorite.
There's 1,000.
Just pick your favorite.
Go for it.
That's your favorite.
Well, I'm gonna tell you my favorite because I caught 2 smallmouth bass in Hawaii. Okay, with the Whopper Plopper.
Wow.
What?
Yeah,
the Whopper
it's on my
Plopper.
YouTube channel.
What size?
There you go.
How big are the fish?
No.
Not the smallest one. I forgot the size.
The
but
90?
90.
90?
I believe 90.
What color?
It was that blue one.
The blue one. Okay.
I'll go with Flubber Food.
All right. What's yours?
I don't care about color when it comes to Whopper Ploppers.
Z-Man Ned Rig.
Z-Man Ned Rig.
Yeah.
Same. Copper True specifically.
No, say
Amir?
Hellgrammite.
Fine. No, I won't. Why would I say that? Z-Man TRD.
All right. You want to tell you? All of mine.
You can't own the TRD.
All of mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Hellgrammite. Anything.
All
Young,
Hellgrammites.
Great Lakes Finesse.
Nico,
Hellgrammite. Yeah.
whatever.
No.
You pick your
In
favorite.
the river? Yeah.
Yeah. Amir?
River or stream? There's a huge difference between river fishing and stream fishing. Okay, like when I talk about stream fishing, like you can wade in it and it's great. But when you go river, sometimes like you're not wading in those spots, right?
Oh yeah. So our rivers are mostly streams.
Okay, stream.
I love that you hit him with the MK though. Like just really put him in his place. Rivers, streams, different. Okay.
Okay.
Amir,
All right.
thoughts? Smallmouth lure,
Anytime
streams.
I'm stream fishing, whether it's smallmouth or trout, like I'll go to like a sinking
Yep.
minnow lure, like a duo spearhead Ryuki
Wow.
or Jackson Mayora, or like a Timco Lux.
Yep.
Any kind of those sinking, fast action kicking JDM style minnows, and they're branded and sold usually as trout lures, but they will absolutely destroy any fish in the
Wow.
stream.
Great option.
Jika rig. If I fish bottom, I'm on
Ooh.
Jika rig the entire time. Any Z-Man products, have fun at
Jika.
it.
Jika's a great option. Jared Alonso, did we get pineapple pizza? No, we did not. We got a deluxe and a buffalo pizza from the only place that would deliver to where we are staying right now. We had one option, so there's that. It was also a little less. It was $54 for 2 larges. So there you go.
But,
It was up there.
banger.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Paul's gonna have to take over as host in a
Yeah, you
second.
work on that.
I will. All right.
Oh, the oregano.
Yep.
Showing out.
All right, you take over. Rods. We didn't look at enough rods and reels. I don't want to really talk about that till
Well, there's
later.
another route.
But yeah, talk about that while I get pizza.
I got you, man.
Jimmy's my hero. No, shut up. You're gone.
Your
I'm
tackle.
gonna back it up.
Your tackle has a new
We've
line
been
of
talking
rods
about that.
coming.
Yeah.
And, your tackle, they released some rods
Wow.
early last year, and they were really nice rods, but they were definitely on the higher price.
$400.
No, they were like 240, I
I
thought.
thought that. Well, I thought they were more.
But nonetheless, they were definitely on the higher price range for I think Euro tackle's general target audience.
Oh.
But now they have the rods coming out in both BFS and spinning. They're all very geared towards obviously the micro finesse, ultralight.
It was good. It was good pizza.
And they're gonna come out at right around $100, and they look sick. They're nice black and green color scheme. So
Love that.
Speaking of $100 rods, Halo has a DX3.
Something 3. It's $100. It's sick.
$100 for $100. I don't know how they're getting it. They have a
It's like one of the
Torre,
few rods we look at.
Japanese Torre as the blank. They have a almost completely exposed rod inside the grip. The grip is basically a skeleton on the bottom, and then split grip. It's like a cork hybrid with foam, and then it's got stainless steel guides with the zirconia inserts for $100. Good luck beating that.
It's killer. Also,
$100? Like what?
Also, this will drop in like our rods video, but we're here with Fish NFX, our
Oh
buddy
my
Doug.
God.
Doug and Don. So if you guys don't remember Don, which I wouldn't
Blame you.
think,
Jim.
but how would you not remember Don? Don's awesome. He's our guy for Autism Anglers. He also worked with the American Custom Tackle. He's going to branch off and do his own Murad brand, and he really helped out Doug with Fish NFX. Great dude, phenomenal human being, doing really cool things. Doug, also a phenomenal human being that we met at our first Icast with Nico Baits, actually. So just the
Weirdly
connections
enough.
go deep, right? Fish NFX is making a $500 rod for $294, which is bonkers. It's got the microwave guide. It's got the American Custom Tackle carbon blank and butt section. It's got, go ahead.
It has the
Yep.
lightest and most like just airy feeling reel seat that you will probably ever hold. For $300, it's insane.
Really sensitive, awesome rod.
Oh, great hook keeper.
Love it.
Like sleeper,
Yeah.
one of the best hook keepers ever.
It's awesome. Also, Nasman, have you used any Scum Frog before? Absolutely. Scum Frog is my favorite frog.
Welcome to the channel.
Buy their $5 frog. It's their base level frog. $4.99 base,
30 of them.
usually on sale. It catches a million fish. It lasts forever. It's great.
I can't do it.
There's pizza.
This is the next thing we're eating. Hold up.
Somebody asked if we're gonna share our pizza.
Via video feed.
Here.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Check this one out. What is
That's a deluxe. Peppers, onions. I'm gonna have to give me one of them in a
You
minute.
put it right down on your plate. Stack it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I suppose that's a thing that human people can do. Done. Look at that. When I tell you guys it was hard to find pizza that would deliver to where we are, I mean it. Like, we spent an hour trying to order
And then
pizza.
we had to order their fourth best pizza.
Yeah. We were like, what's your favorite pizza? And he was like, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, that's not good. What's your fourth best pizza? Oh, man. Nasty man, I've never had luck on frogs. Dude, you just got to commit.
That's one of those baits where.
Yeah.
And then once you figure out how to fish a frog, then you got to learn how to hook him on the frog, which is another ballgame.
And then you will never put it down once you figure it out. They're
They're fun.
amazing. So much fun.
If you guys want to fish frogs, look at American Snakehead Custom. I've been pushing a specific type of frogs from Asia. It's called dangle frogs. The rear actually dips down a little bit. It gets the bass snakehead. Doesn't matter what hits top water. It's because it's dangling in the back.
Yep.
The hooks are there. You get a better hook set. So if you're very, very new to frog fishing, those type of lures, it flies far, better hook set. American Snakehead Custom.
They're pretty sick frogs. Don't they come with a leader too?
Yeah, it's a Kevlar line tie, and so it's very unique.
insane.
If you guys get it, you guys need to tell your fans about it. But the concept of the Kevlar line tie is, you guys know the little swivel O-ring, right? Like that's for your traditional. When you fight fish, sometimes it slides up, and that instantly destroys the nose part of your frogs. You guys hate that, right? And sometimes
I
you gotta
do.
do something, right? So a lot of people started to just tie a braid in front of the eye, and then eventually it still rips. And like, what the heck? So instead, they got rid of that. They put a heavy Kevlar, I think it might be 100, 200 pounds, out, tie it back in, and no problems. It lasts a lot longer. So
Yeah, 100%. I've seen the frogs. Haven't used them. Really, really cool looking though. I would love to try
you want me
them.
to send you some?
Yes, please.
I'm with American Six Custom, so he's my good friend.
I love it.
A couple streets from me. Well, not streets, though.
All right, great. Paul, talk about some.
What's happening? Here we are.
I want pizza.
All right. So rods and reels is actually going to be tomorrow for us. So we didn't do a lot of that work today. I will say there were some accessories that popped up, like fishing accessories. Cat, I'm going to say it. Everyone's going to be mad. I don't care. Cast King, dude, they're dropping some accessories that I just don't think you can argue with. I don't like. They won for a net. It's called the Brutus. It's $70, and honestly, it's hard to imagine beating that for the dollar. Like, I just don't know if you can. It does a lot. Go look it up. It just won best in category. It's really cool, and again, for the price, hard to beat. Their pliers that they're coming out with, 10-year warranty on them. Like,
Oh, nice.
come on, bro. And they're cheap, and they're rock solid. They feel so heavy duty. It's shocking. They're gonna push their it's like a plastic tube kind of for all their lures. They're like
Bait
hot
keepers.
on it. Bait keepers, yeah. I mean, it's a cool idea. They're kind of expensive. They're $5 each.
It's very interesting because a lot of people been doing those wraps around your
They do the
tire.
wraps. Yeah, I have them.
And then now this whole concept, it's interesting.
It's
We'll
different.
see how it goes.
It's different. It's the one thing I'll say. It's only really for bait casters.
Well,
It'd be tough to hook it on a spinning reel.
maybe.
It's
Yeah.
bit- yeah,
with
there's
the
a-
way lights coming up.
There's a hook at the frame of the line guide, but I don't know.
I don't know if I do.
I'm
that.
not spinning guy, so
I wouldn't
you guys
do
need to
that
let me know if it's gonna work.
I think it's geared more towards bait casters for sure.
Probably. Oh, you gotta see back. Well, no.
No, you sit there for a minute. I'm gonna
What,
stay here.
what else?
Whoa,
Also, they have $10 nippers that are made out of aluminum.
It's
They're
nice.
solid.
And they're little nippers.
They're very
sweet.
small.
They're small. I don't like that they're held open. As much as I like that they're held open, I need something that holds closed for a kayak angler. Personally, go Mexis.
Go
It's
Mexis.
$45. It's more expensive, but I'm telling you, the tolerance on is insane. The nippers are nice and small. They cut really, really well. They have a hook cleaner tool on the swivels out and then they swivel shut. And they come with a retractor, an aluminum cable retractor, which those are, if you buy one of those from like a fly fishing company, those are $40 on their own. So it's legit. I really want one. They also had a pair of pliers for $70 that beats the ever living crap out of the Rapala 60. It beats the ever living crap out of the Rapala flyers at 50. Like it beats them Rapalas. beats them to these are so much better. They're so much better.
So back to reels for a second.
Uh-huh.
You guys know if there's any other BFS reels released this year other than Daiwa stuff.
Cash King.
Casting, they released the reel.
They have a
They have a
BFS
new
reel.
one. Yeah.
It's all graphite.
What's it called?
I don't know the name of it. It has a Castro braking system.
It's under $100. I remember that.
Okay.
They fixed the braking issue. It has to be the magnets. That's what they told us.
I didn't stop by casting yet because, been too busy. But I did run into Tate, and there's a lot of stuff coming in the
There's
future.
a ton. They have the
I can't
iReel.
say-
They have a ton of stuff. But
Oh,
that-
I know. Like,
We were there
I know
for
that
10 minutes.
needs a table type stuff.
well,
So Tate.
I'm not that fancy. They don't care about us. But I would like that reel is insanely small and it's $90.
Okay. I'll
It
take a
was
look at
really
it.
nice.
It looks
I like
good
it.
for the money too. I
Huh.
don't know. It's gonna be hard to beat, man.
But yeah, the two Daiwa reels, they've been not doing any sort of marketing on it, so not much people know about it.
For
And
sure.
for those who are new about it, they're not happy about the PX because it's like the rebrand of the Alphas. But the Tatula is solid. I love the Tatula.
Everybody does. I mean, if you
It's smooth. It's so smooth.
They got a one-piece Kestrel rod now too.
yeah, they have a one piece.
I'll stop by
Bait
tomorrow and take a
finesse.
look. Cash and rods.
We got to go over there. Yeah.
You need to take a look. The cash and rod. they have-
Element make the
Mhm.
cheaper version, the less expensive version
Com-
of their Icon series.
So
$130.
compared to the last year model, like that's like the medium light. These are definitely a lot lighter.
Oh.
But it's still, I see it more like saltwater inspired. It's like
Yeah.
it's still thick. It bends saltwater style, but it will be okay in the bass.
So just faster.
Yeah. So the bass folks will like it, but I think this is going to open a lot of doors to salt finesse folks, especially in like the inshore weak fish, flounder, stuff like that. Even redfish
Oh.
for inshore.
Oh.
It's good. It bends really well. Like if you watch me hooked a stingray by accident and fought for 30 minutes on a kayak, it's bending all over the place. Not once, twice. Like two trips back to back, just like that. And like
$130 for made in America. That's tough with rods. Rods made in America. Look at St. Croix. They're just more expensive. It's the labor and everything else. The manufacturing is just more expensive.
something with their epoxy because that's what they're selling. Because Dr. Matt Cashin, he's a chemist, right? He does the epoxy.
I saw they get those like 3D looking finishes. They're crazy.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous. Yeah, it looks like a rolled steel almost. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Jeff, I mean, oh my God, the Go Mexis swim bait. They have a
We'll talk
Go
about these later.
Mexis has, oh God, Go Mexis has an all metal swim bait. They have a 4 ounce and a just under 2 ounce size. You can actually like pull out. You can extend them out. You push a little button, extend them out. They have a little system where you can pull the bottom out, and you can actually add weight. You can add
Nice.
weights to it and then slide it back in. And then they have a lip. So if you want to
Does it
dive,
come with like, if it comes with like.
I don't know if
weights
it comes
that
with the
come
weights.
it, or-
I don't know. But either it's just a crazy idea.
Yeah.
And then they've got a lip that you can plug in and pull out like as needed.
$130.
What is
Dollars.
$130?
Yeah.
I mean, swim bait world, I think in general, that's like
That's-
middle of the road
Yeah.
for like a big swim bait that's quality, assuming it's quality. So I mean that's not cheap. Like I'm not buying one. But I think if you're if you're in the swim bait culture, that's
You'd be into
middle of the road, maybe even like bottom third as far as pricing goes. Like so. I don't think they're outlandish. They look like they're quality, and I mean they have cool features. So like I don't know. I haven't fished it. I can't tell you, but it's a cool idea. If nothing else, I haven't seen anything else like it. And that's always gonna get me like, cool. Like if you're trying something new, I'm happy.
Yeah,
Look at us cramming in here.
I know, right? But damn,
I hammered my pizza. I feel better now.
This is tasty.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, whoa, hold up. Which is the better pizza?
The buffalo.
Buffalo.
Oh, hard disagree.
Dude,
Well,
they use ranch instead of-
that's because
they
you're
use ranch.
wrong, Paul.
Still
It's-
disagree.
it's okay to be
I don't care
wrong.
what you say, you know what? My opinion is always incorrect because Jeff's in the room.
Yep. You can disagree all you want. That's fine. Watch. All right. Chris Russ, welcome to the channel. I'm not on like YouTube itself, so I can't see what membership level you did, but thank you for joining. We appreciate you. Thank you for the support. You're awesome. Returning member, even better. I love that. Abu has a Revo BFS. Hang on.
Revo.
Do you
I-
guys know about this?
Well, I know a lot of. Abu do have a lot of BFS stuff, but I just did not make my way around there in time today.
Abu has a lot.
Neither
of
did
BFS
we.
stuff.
Like in the JDM world.
Japan.
Oh, okay.
In
Yeah.
Japan,
Ah.
they have a lot.
Yeah.
I know they have one that's very, very expensive, but I don't know if they're gonna actually have it here.
Yeah.
But there's a JD one that's like $5.
$500 BFS?
Roxanne?
I'm out.
One of the Roxannies.
One of Roxanne was like $500 but it's been posted with it earlier on in the year. So if that's the case, it's potentially it. But I will stop by because Abu been watching some of my videos, like cast testing and also casting tutorials, and they said they like my stuff. They told me to stop by. I don't know what they have in store for me, but I made some time for tomorrow to stop by and talk to some of the folks.
They didn't tell us anything.
We will also be going to Pure Fishing, so we will check it out. So we will see a little bit more about that later. Yes. Anna, we talked about the LTS that you're talking about, the BFS reel from Bates Fishing Co. Pretty neat. The one they had demoed on the water had the wrong setup, wrong line, wrong rod.
8-pound or 10-pound braid.
It was just.
If they put a heavier lure on it, it'd been easier for us to test.
They did the Z-Man micro.
Like a 1/16 ounce.
I told him
set up for one.
I had him strip part of it for me, and it cast a little bit better, but it's still not the right diameter line or anything else. So
super small, super light.
I got my own line here. I'm bringing that in tomorrow, and I'll be doing a cast testing session at their cast.
Sweet.
It looks sweet, feels good. Set up right, it could be
the
great.
Clicker sounds great too.
Yeah, love a good clicker. All right, so we got Crazy Cranker here. Did you check out the on the water casting of the Casting iReel 2? Even better,
done it.
We have one, so we've actually fished with it a whole bunch, and we love it. And when you guys find out what it actually can do, which we'll do we're doing a breakdown video of like the SLX DC versus the Corrado DC. Don't talk to me about the SLX DC XT because I don't have one.
How about Long Z?
But I've heard it's great. Long Z also don't have one. We can talk about that later. You would know. You would know, but
You want a bigger size?
do they make a full size?
Yeah, bigger size.
Rad. But we will compare it also to the iReel 2. So we did a video on the water, Paul and I did. That video dropped well after the Icast stuff. So it'd be like 2 weeks. But we have been fishing it. It is really nice, and it will be in the real video that we do for Icast.
We thought it was going to be 350. It's 400.
It is actually higher than we thought. So in that video, I think we say it's 300 to 350. It's actually 399. So that is important to call out.
It's smaller. It has new features. The app has more features. They have braking profiles where you can basically say flipping, and it'll change the features. And now it's
skipping distance.
Make it skipping, and it just does it on its own. It's sick. And then you can dial in between it. So if it's like, look, I got a super heavy skipping lure, you just crank it up a little bit, and it just does more of what it's already doing. They also have a chart that shows you your entire cast, where like speed, and then when it drops as the lure goes out, and then they show you like you can dial within it to like offset what it is that you're doing.
They changed 4 different measures of your braking, which is insane.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really neat.
And we talked to them about it. Like, this is one of those things where is it more expensive than you want it to be? 100%. No question.
Yeah.
Does it do more than everybody else? Absolutely. Did they make it smaller and did they make it better? Yes. When they come out with like the iReel B or like the next version in like 5 years, they're going to be so far ahead of where everyone else is with like technology and reels. Like I find it hard to believe that anyone could possibly catch up with them at this point. The learning curve on getting into that is going to be so hard. So if they keep making it better, they already have people chasing them. Luz just dropped a custom pro with a fully magnetic braking system, which is like nowhere near. It does.
I'm gonna talk about that one.
It does.
We will look at it tomorrow.
It's not cool, but like it's making people like release things that maybe they didn't want or are not ready to release because they have to have something competitive, and that's $280. It doesn't do any of that.
At Orange Reel,
it doesn't do. Yes, it doesn't do any of the stuff that the casting. Like I'm not here to say casting's the best, but like they're making something no one else other than maybe the Daiwa at like $900 a set.
Right.
Like there's nothing else.
So I can talk about the Luz reel because I casted it and also I took a look at it and everything. It actually cast very smooth. It was very impressive.
Yeah.
It's basically a copycat of a little bit of Daiwa because it has the inductor cup coming out, but also on the side plate, it copies FTP braking system from Shimano. It actually moves out too. So it uses dual dynamic system, which is great because they've been using dual dynamic, but in a shitty way. Sorry.
Well, it's some of their.
Well, it's too late now, Jimmy.
Well, like some of the people have called this out before, like with the BB1 Pro or the BB1 not the Pro, but like they're like Luz in general can be, and until you use it a bunch, it's kind of hard to get dialed. Like you don't know how to do it because there's two ways to do it, and they kind of fight with each other.
So we don't want that. I love Daiwa reels because first and foremost, most magnetic reels, right? Daiwa figured that one out. You just tune the tension knobs so that it's loose as possible, but the side of the spool does not slide left and right. And you just play with the magnetic braking system based on your rod setup, your lure, and you could export brakes really, really well, and you just learn it so quick. I taught young people. My son, 4.5 years old, casting BFS. You believe that?
No, I don't, but that sounds amazing.
Yeah, like I teach a lot of locals how to fish, and also I do some private guiding. Centrifugal braking is the hardest thing for anyone to learn because you need a lot of experience, right? So if you use that argument right there, I'm not totally against it because why would you want to spend that much time trying to learn a reel and all of a sudden there's actually easier stuff? You have your time to go out fish. You want to enjoy that time.
I agree.
But if you like the challenge of something that's nice,
For no
go
reason.
for it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Like that's what you want. But I prefer to go out there, pick up something. Like all my reels, I do my cast testing. I learn it so quick, and I'm fishing. Like all the Daiwa stuff, I'm so familiar with it. Like I dialed in.
The Custom Pro, I think they're releasing it because they have to. They don't have anything.
You got to compete at some level,
to compete. And like I like some of the higher end lures, and some of their stuff is good, and they have good parts of them.
My reel fell apart on the chatterbait because it vibrated too hard.
I had that happen on a Custom.
I made my own chatterbait.
Well, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant the reel. But like I had a lose a tournament series, and I thought it was the best for like a month, and then all of a sudden the side plate's falling off. Now I got a BB1 Pro because I wanted to try and get back in and be like, let's give Luz a chance. Like I don't want to totally ghost them for no reason, right? They have a lot of different reels, and I've been pretty happy with it.
Reels.
What? Oh yeah, and people lit, but I think that's brand loyalty. Not no one's going out and saying I bought a $200 this, and this, and I put them all together, and now this is my favorite. No, I hate to say it, but like nobody's picking Luz.
You want to know who's picking? Why they're picking Luz? First day fishing when it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's an influencer, but he also left because he actually don't like him.
Ooh, all right. Well, moving on to some viewer questions here. Let's go. What length, plastic, and hook size do you all recommend for BFS Texas rig?
Oh, you guys don't buy wrong answer.
Yeah, well,
for
match it to your rod, right? Like if you've got a medium light power rod that throws 1/8 to 3/8, or
don't go half ounce.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. I mean, but you can throw a, depending on the thickness of the worm, you can throw a 5-6 inch worm on that and still be at that size, right? With an 1/8 ounce or like 3/16 ounce weight. But if you're fishing like a lighter power bass rod, right? I'm assuming this is bass fishing if you're throwing a Texas rig.
Probably, yeah.
You can go with like a lighter bass rod, like the Dobbins rods are on the lighter side of bass rods and BFS.
Yeah, good.
And with those, I would be throwing maybe like that Jackal 2.8 inch or the Jackal 3.8. I probably wouldn't throw anything heavier than that.
Yeah.
So it's really going to depend on the rod you're using.
I think it depends on the hook for size. You can't.
The hook,
You just don't want you don't want your hook point to be less than a third in the front of your bait. Just as a general rule of thumb, if you get any closer to the head, you're getting short struck way too much, and then you're just getting the plastic ripped off.
Or if it's not wide gap enough, then you have the issue that you had when we were on that water that day.
So this is your plastic, and there's nowhere for the hook point to come out because this plastic is filling your hook gap.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need some space on your hook gap at the bottom. If you don't, I've had it happen. Fish is going to eat it, and there's nowhere for the hook point to go out when it's a weedless Texas.
Sounds like you need a smaller plastic.
Well, or a bigger hook, and that was my problem. I didn't have the right size.
But we're not gonna get a bigger hook.
So, As a general, discounting maybe like what rod you have or whatever. As a general rule of thumb, I mean, there's no limit on the smaller side, right?
Right. You can go as small as you want.
But on the bigger side, like for what most people would consider BFS, is like the biggest hook that I would use, and I'd probably make sure it's a thin wire of this size, is like a 2-aught.
That'd be a monster for me. Yeah.
But you really want like a nice thin wire.
Right. But like a lot of
you're throwing like a fast action bass.
A lot of creature base that's great for. I'll tell you my favorite micro Texas rig, period, the end. 1/16 ounce bullet weight, a size 6 Ryugi hook, the Hobbit hook, with a Z-Man micro finesse TRD. It's my favorite.
It's a good one.
That's better than the burrow bug.
I can catch a billion fish.
Better than the burrow.
No. It's a close tie. It's like tied. The burrow bug from mule fishing, fantastic. That was the first BFS Texas I did, was the burrow bug. Then I found the micro finesse TRD. So it's like when they're finicky, micro finesse TRD, burrow bug every other time. Like every other time. Great option. So definitely check those out. Casual Bass Guy. Love the name. New Vanford. Yes, it won an award today.
Oh, did the Vanford?
Yeah, they won the award. So the Vanford won an award. It does exist. It is really cool. We haven't looked at it because we didn't do enough rods and reels today. We're gonna target those tomorrow, as well as lures and the new product showcase
and the Kayaks accessories
and we have 2 more days to do this, you guys. We're gonna figure it out. We got 1.5. I have no more time to do all of this.
Oh yeah.
Did Jack all bring over the Revoltage rods?
I did not see them.
I-
That's not to say they
I wish.
maybe weren't there, but I didn't
Yeah.
see them.
I did not see them either.
I didn't see them. We walked by the booth. We didn't dive into it, so I didn't.
I'll tell you
see
guys
them.
right now, the one thing I thought I'd see a lot more of based on the new product releases and the descriptions that I did not see or hear a single thing about is forward-facing sonar-based stuff. I thought there's going to be way more people late to the game trying to get in on it. I have to see almost none. So that's good. It's there, but it's not like
there.
a wave of it.
It's not predominant. Like it's not dominating the show.
Nope.
But there's definitely there.
Which is nice.
Cashin has a rod they built specifically for that application, and Z-Man has that new
Jig with the inline.
It's like they have a sonar head swim base.
Yeah,
something
so
like that.
so yeah, the jig is you actually put the line underneath, so that actually comes up,
Oh, okay.
so that it actually stays
Interesting.
vertical. So
Sounds
I haven't played with
neat.
it or really messed with it, but I saw that it was being.
But like
categorized for
everybody's not pushing it or anything, and no one's even really talking about it. So I think it's good. I'm
All right.
glad I'm not seeing that.
So 93 Ryujin says
You
Abu Revo X BFS at $150. Have you guys seen anything about that?
like I said, I stopped.
We're gonna see if we can find it
I'll
tomorrow.
look. I'll
We-
wait spool.
Yeah.
I might be even gonna ask him, can I borrow it to the cast testing here? Right?
Yeah.
So we'll
There you
see.
We'll find out. Chris Russ, Wilderness versus Bonafide Yak. Pick one. I guess it depends on which kayak specifically.
Well, one's 2,800 and one's 2,200.
You're going to spend more on Bonafide than you will on Wilderness. I
But
think
it's a two-person. If you're going to go
Yeah.
two-person ever, that's the way to go. If you're going to go fully rigged tournament, there's no wrong answer.
this
I
is
think
stuck. There's a baby gear on bait stuck to my laptop. There it is. Thanks, Jimmy.
Don't destroy it already.
I didn't destroy. I'm going to destroy it with this.
I
This
would
one
al-
right here, guys.
I
Catch
would-
is good.
I would also say I'm not really sure
Yeah.
who's going to win in the speed department. That is yet to be determined.
No idea.
I
The
don't know.
new Wilderness is dual tune. Depending on which Bonafide or native even that you're talking about,
XTR.
they're kind of designed a little bit different. The XTR is gonna. I feel like it's got to be slower. It's gonna be slower than the Wilderness. The Wilderness is sweet. If you want to go budget, go Wilderness. If you want to go rigged out to the max, XTR. There you go.
The other
That's
thing-
my answer.
Yeah, and the Wilderness has a bunch of like pre-made stuff. So if like you're not into customizing and stuff, 100% go Wilderness. Just put a motor on the front of it and just go.
It's
Way
insane.
easier. Like significantly
Pre-wired.
easier. Everything's pre-wired.
It's
You
got-
literally- you
it's got your
literally buy a
breaker and
kit,
everything.
You screw it on the
Yeah.
front and then you just attach. You basically
Yeah.
clip
Play,
on your motor guide. So for like under 4-ish thousand, like with the battery, like you have a motor guide on a gigantic like kayak. You're ready to go. That's pretty unheard of these days.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't boat, but let's say a person decided to get a small John boat and put a motor in it.
Yeah.
Like what would that cost me? Also with the trailer and everything, right?
It
Well, yeah,
depends.
the trailers
It
will
all
get you.
depends.
I think
The
you
tra-
get.
yeah, the trailer
Let's
is
say you're
cheap
getting. Let's say you're
every
getting
time.
quality. Let's say you're getting 14 foot.
Well, let's take a step back. Like it gotta be close as possible to the kayaks that your guys talking about.
Yeah. So let's say you're getting a 12 foot.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
12 foot, 42 inch wide. Let's say it's 10 years or older, less, and then it's got to be empty on the inside. But you got to have some like track mounts and some other stuff. And then
Yeah.
I mean I think you're probably because you also have to register it. I guess you have to register a kayak
too,
too.
'cause
but
Any
you
kayak
have
with a
to.
motor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's
pretty
take
much
that
every
out.
state.
I'm gonna say on the low end, 6,000 for like quality, like not rusted out, not 35 years old. Comes with like decent everything.
Yeah.
Not great, but like used decent everything. And that not new. New, you're 15,000. Period. Like that's the minimum. But,
Use
like,
good shape
Yeah.
with a nice motor.
6 to 10.
Yeah.
I definitely would lean towards the kayak because I'm a kayak angler.
I feel like I would too. And I'm sure a lot of viewers are going to be like, look, I can get John boat for a pack of chewing gum and 4 paper clips. And like, maybe you can find a deal. I'm not
Great
saying
for
you can't.
That's not the average.
You gotta hustle for those deals. I feel I've heard in the South maybe it's a little bit easier to find those. I don't know, depending on the region, but yeah, I would agree with Paul. Maybe it's around like 6K, trailer included.
6 to 10,000.
Like a nice trailer.
With solid wheels and
Yeah.
a spare.
Sealed
and
hubs,
And
all
spare
that stuff.
buddies.
Yep.
6 to 10,000.
Florida Kayak. In the past, we had seen some years where we're all about batteries. Then it was all about trolling motors and forward-facing sonar. What do you think this year will be all about? kind of all of the above. Newport dropped some new motors. They got
Newport
an
dropped
NT600.
a tiller steer 600.
Giant tiller.
That's a
Yeah.
5 horse, 5 horse, 50-pound monster of a tiller
Yeah.
electric. They just dropped one of the coolest batteries.
The low pro battery.
The low pro battery is
Yeah.
insane. They dropped an inflatable, legit boat, 1 to 2 person, 800 pounds something capacity. It's insane.
I think what's driving that is really the battery technology has been improving
So much
dramatically.
better.
So
It is
I think they
becoming
all
more
jump-
affordable, smaller, lighter. Like
That's what's driving everything. So back
Yeah.
to the motor. The reason why there's a lot more cooler motors is because of the batteries, and also now that you want bigger motors and stronger motors and stuff like that, the kayaks need to be stronger, sturdier, and everything. So,
and they're getting there.
so in my opinion,
Weight capacities
batteries
are
are
skyrocketing.
driving the market.
Yeah.
But you're also seeing ultralights. So you're seeing inflatables a lot. We saw a lot
There's
of inflatables
both
for
ends,
kayak
yeah.
fishing. We also saw the unlimited 10, which is freaking slick and it doesn't weigh.
It's a little ballerina on the water.
And
It's
it's much
insane.
cheaper than a
Yeah.
lot of these other kayaks. So I think
Ford's
it's
$15.99 for the U10. Yeah.
So I think you're seeing. I think I think the electric motor is really like
Driving
the star
it.
of the show because
Yeah.
it's driving the batteries, it's driving the lightweights, it's driving that gigantics too. Like it's driving kayak innovation. Captain's bridges, every kayak that comes out is going to have one or at least have one available. If you don't have a captain's bridge that you can get, you're not selling a kayak.
If I have to buy a captain's bridge separately, it's a problem.
It's okay, but if it's
But
not
there are-
ready for one,
Yeah, there are
Because-
multiple kayaks this year that dropped with a captain's bridge included, which is great. It just has to happen.
Bonafide doesn't come included. You have to buy it, but is ready. So
Like
like
there two,
it's in a place.
maybe just Wilderness did
Wilderness is
theirs,
the only one that's included.
which is genius.
But
Like
they're
it's
built-
really cool.
But the kayaks are built around
Yeah.
it, so your pod storage is not impacting it. There's enough space after the captain's bridge. The captain's bridges a lot of times are adjustable depending on your electronics, and then all the front hatches are also built around
Yeah.
the captain's bridge. So like it's part of the design now. And when we talk about like modern kayak design, it's got to have it has to be easy to add a front and or a rear, at least one rear, maybe even 2 or 3 options for mounting stuff in the back for
Yeah.
power poles, also for motors, and then you got to be able to get the XI3 on there. Period. They have to have pre-wiring. That's going to be modern kayak design. Open as
Pre-wiring is
you
really
can
important.
possibly get it,
Yeah.
and then you got to have a captain's bridge. If you don't have like some combination of those 3 and 4 things, like you're not going to sell well.
in the future.
If anything
I
that
think
comes
these are
out
changing.
later, anything that comes out after today, like you're gonna miss. You're just gonna miss.
Yeah. Very interesting things happening on the kayak side, you guys.
It's great.
Yeah.
Like people are like launching kayaks at a pace. It's when you think about how much those molds cost and how many they have in inventory from what they made before.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you launching another boat? Like I don't know how Bonafide's doing it.
Yeah. It's
Between what they launch on Native and what they launch in Bonafide, I don't know how they're doing because they just launched the RVR 2 years ago, and then they just launched the
PWR last
PWR
year.
last year, and now they're
Yeah.
launching another monster.
And the
this year.
skiff.
And the skiff too. I forgot about it. Like, how are they doing that?
We did use a skiff. One thing I'll say about Bonafide too is Bonafide has added a foot steering kit that is phenomenal.
it's
Their foot steering kit is so cool.
For the 2 foot, it's the
Yeah.
best one. The new
Yeah.
canoe has the best, in my the most ingenious. But the upgrade that you get going to this like 2 foot peg system, insane. It's coming out in the fall, I believe, October.
Yeah, it's about $150 for that kit. And
They don't have a name for it. That's how new it is.
they called
and
it,
it was
they called it
designed-
the Wizard in the video
And it was
today.
designed by the guy who works for Newport. So
Yeah.
The guy who works at Newport. basically
Ramel.
did the Ramel. Amazing. Such a nice guy. So
Super
smart.
cool dude.
He designed the foot pegs and then he sent it over to Bonafide and
Yep.
then they were going to like name it, market it, and then actually produce it.
Yep. Yeah, it's insane.
It's cool, man. It's really cool. I'll do a video on that. You guys should see that in the next couple of days.
Yep. Shane, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. First live you're catching. Love it. Oh, beers. Wow. I
One
mean,
of those.
Dad Pops.
Thank you
Hmm.
very much.
All right, you guys, let's wrap this up with a little review of our award ceremony. And
Our award ceremony? Oh, you mean our award ceremony?
do you want to show some of these?
Oh, yeah.
All right, fine.
You guys-
We're-
I'm gonna
I
know.
can't
We're
show
making space for you guys.
Let's do it. Let's do a quick show and tell, and then I want to like wrap up with the award ceremony. So we got some baits that Bait Finesse Empire is showing off with us here.
This
If
is
I,
the Icast show. I think today's Empire.
This is the Icast
Welcome to
show.
our show.
if I can show this properly, that'd be great. Here we go. So we got.
Take it out. Take it out, man.
Do you think I'm
was already
coordinated
open.
enough to do that? It's ridiculous.
of course,
All right.
baby gear on, Jackal. Right?
Show the baby gear on. Something I've been eyeing up for a long time. Oh my gosh, this camera's way weird. It's like mirrored. Anyways, here's the red pepper, like crazy twitching.
So
bait.
one of the best selling all time sort of brands series overseas. So something that once I heard that, I'm like, oh, that's no.
Yeah, this brand has been in Japan for a very long time, and this specific lure has been out for quite a long time, and I don't know why it haven't been here, but we're gonna introduce it here.
It's Timco.
It's Timco, right? You guys see this is like a pencil stick bait, right? But it has a very unique action, like traditional, like walk the dog type stuff. No, it's not just like that. Like bait fish don't really walk the dog when they try to escape, right? It actually go all over the place. So this guy here could dive a little bit, it could turn a little bit, it could jump out of the water a little bit. It's all about, you know, the erratic motion. Super erratic. It's more natural.
And on the paws, it has a nice dangle.
Oh, that's
It's a
awesome.
floater.
I love that.
Okay.
You got some of the X Zone Stealth Finesse series stuff here. Check out this craw.
That's the creature. I mean,
Creature.
craw, whatever, right?
Yeah,
The craw,
you
that's
get
the
it.
creature.
There's a craw on the cover, but it's a creature bait. It's pretty neat.
Here's the craw, since we're talking about it in my way. It's a creature now.
No,
Did they end up in the wrong?
Yeah, no, we stacked them wrong.
Yeah, packages, yeah.
There is a true craw in here too.
Yeah.
Check this out. Oh my goodness. Goodness for this.
There you go.
Super stank. Look at that freaking craw bait.
I like
there.
that craw. I've been fishing with that craw on some of the jigs, and I like that it has
Yeah.
a narrow profile. A lot of the craws that are in that kind of 2.5 inch range, they tend to be wider for whatever reason. I think that narrow profile just fits really well. on the jig.
Hey, Paul, what's that right here? Yank your nipple out. This is called the Paul's nipples.
I'm deceased.
So this is a crazy, unique lure.
Look at that thing.
So
What
the
the
G
heck?
crack, the little ball thing, right? You guys see the
Yep.
little ball with a lot of strands. This is
Yep.
basically like this competition version of it. So they call this the Jimmy Henge. And as you see here, this looks like some sort of pyramid, a cone shape,
It's a
you know,
bullet. Looks
bullet.
like a
Yeah, bullet. And if you look here, it's like micro
Fishies.
fish
Yep.
tails. What you would do is you cast this out there like weightless wacky rig,
And
it'll
slow sinks.
slow sinks.
Yeah.
But when you actually
Whoa.
Jeff, type the
Whoa.
name in. Type the name in so they can look it up. 'Cause
Yeah.
The videos on it are nuts.
What is it called?
Jimmy Hen or Jimmy Hen right here.
I'm typing on a
Okay,
severe
H-E-N.
angle.
Henge.
Henge.
Oh, Jeff.
Did I do it?
No, just G.
That's what I said.
There you go.
Did it. Nailed it. It's that one.
But yeah, when you pull this, as you see, the tails are just wiggling backwards.
Yep.
Okay. Crazy stuff. Wacky
Pretty-
rig,
pretty
weightless.
nuts.
You can put a little weight on it, nail weight if you want to sink a little faster. But
You can put a
weightless.
jig on it and it's insane. A skirted
Oh,
jig.
yeah,
we
we
saw
saw
a
it.
video
Yeah.
of them with
Yeah.
like an ultralight skirted jig. It was wild.
It's a plug.
Because it was all flat. It was pushed up against it. They had it backwards.
Mhm.
The flat
Ooh.
part was like a jig and the whole thing was like this.
All right, I'm putting away your nipple.
Do it, please. Put it back where it goes. We got a finesse minnow there. I just showed you from the XM Stealth. That one right there.
Here, everyone has open one here.
What is this one called? There's three. Kazini
How'd you
Mushi
forget that?
From Timco. I think.
from Temco.
It's
Look
a
at this.
cicada lure with a
Stretch
lot
it.
of legs. So basically, it's shaped as a cicada, but it has legs all around.
Insane. 3 to a pack.
Elastomer, it floats.
Yep.
Yep.
You can nose hook it.
Bunch of different
Cross on
colors. Give me that cicada that's rigged, please.
Watch out for the hook.
Nah.
Then we got the Need cicada. This thing is insane, you guys. Also elastomer. It's got a solid body internal, and it's actually got a little like hook eye right there. So on the outside, it's elastomer, super durable, and you got these crazy little like wings off the side.
Maybe with feathers.
This thing is freaking nuts.
Top water.
One of the
below.
coolest baits I've ever seen in my entire life. Love that. Oh, where's the rig?
So
You want
this,
to show that?
Yeah, show me that rig. And then the do we have the double drop shot and the worm?
bring the worm over.
Thank you.
Want to do this one first?
Yes, show that one.
This is the Jackal Piston. So I'll pull out. So you guys know all about the hover strolling scene. You guys know about Alabama. Well, this is like the Bama strolling rig. See that right there?
Dude.
So you see
Bama stroller.
You see a jig at the back, right? And if you jiggle it, obviously it's gonna roll. Okay, it's all about the rolling. But see this wire right here, and there's two balls
Just
right
free
here.
swinging.
Okay, free swing. So when you actually pull this, right, this guy will dart first, and this guy will delay, and it'll smash here, and it'll bounce back over. So it's like a pulsating
It's ridiculous.
amount of bait galore. Okay,
I love it.
So
It comes with the wire setup. It comes with a jig head, and you have choice of like a 32nd ounce jig head or an 1/8 ounce. 16th ounce jig head. And it comes with 6 baits in the box. Yeah, 3 like fork tail.
Are these
tail,
ones just
and
screw
3
on?
paddle tail?
Yeah,
They're not. They're not. They're like pushing.
push it.
Pushing.
And then what's really cool is, if you guys look very close
Oh,
here,
yes.
these are stickers, eyes for your jig.
Insane.
It's for a jig or it's
Oh,
a
for the
plastic.
jig.
It's plastic.
You use them on
Yeah,
whatever
it's
you
super
want.
little
But yeah, the
plastic,
plastic has little indentations if you want to have the eyes if you're fishing in maybe clear waters.
Yeah, in Japan, it's very clear for some of the lakes they fish, and they fish very high water
Yeah.
column, so there's a lot of light, so they want the light to hit the eye. So
Love it.
Yeah.
Insane. Also, how many times have you guys drop shotted a double barbed hook? It was like a little micro frog hook. Look at that. Put 2 plastics on there. That's freaking
Dude.
nuts.
That's wild.
this is like old,
That's
like the
so
old school people will
insane.
use the bigger ones, and they put like 2 grub tails, so it looks like
Yeah.
a swimming frog,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
This is next level right there, man.
That
Small hook, small little plastic drop shot
Yeah.
fishing.
That bait is called the creepy minnow. It's a 1.5 inch. There's also a 2.7 inch version. It's a little bit bigger. Obviously,
Oh,
I haven't brought that over yet. But that 1.5
I won't dance.
inch
This
is
is
what I wanted to
Yeah.
Bring
start
that
with.
package so
So we got another Timco here. This is the
autocrawl.
hot
Hot
dog crawl.
Crawler. 12-inch worm. 12-inch spaghetti noodle.
Oh, pull it. Right.
Hang on. You take that in.
Okay. Smack it right in his face.
Right
Let
before
go.
I get
Now it's
right.
a
Who lets go
55
first?
inch.
Oh, good hit. No, no. Ah!
Bam, bam,
It
bam.
actually makes sound. You guys hear it? A little bit.
Well, they can't hear it.
They can't hear
Oh,
it.
but I can
no,
hear it.
No, you guys, I have to call us out. Remember Fishing Effects?
What?
Dude, we were at the Fishing Effects. Remember, you guys, we
Yeah.
told you about it's a
We should
$300 reel
Give me a
that has
Fumanchu to the full. Right here.
No. I was to say, you should snort it up when your nose.
Just take it up the nose?
Yeah,
No.
and then shoot it back out down the side.
So when we were at the Fishing FX booth, they were talking about the sensitivity of that. It's a $300 rod. It's
Yep.
$500 worth of value jammed into it. The dude grabs the rod tip, sticks it into his throat,
Oh, yeah,
and I was like,
that'll trick.
"What are you doing?" And then
It comes.
he talked,
Yeah.
and Jeff could feel it in the rod
Yeah.
butt, and I was like, "No."
I was
On a-
scared for a moment about what was
Like sticking
happening.
it in. I see people put it like right in your throat, the tip,
Yeah.
but sticking it in the
Really?
mouth.
No,
No, I
throat.
got
Oh, throat?
Not in his mouth.
We'll do it, yeah,
Right
we'll
here.
do
Okay. Yeah. Well,
That would've been
that's-
nuts.
That's the old school method.
Yeah.
Everyone been doing that.
I've never
That's
seen
old
it.
school, yeah.
I've
Really?
never
So-
seen it.
I've never seen that in my
It
life.
was wild.
It was pretty crazy.
I could almost see it when Jeff was holding it. I could see
Yeah.
it. It's crazy.
Super
Sorry,
sensitive
that was
rod.
Wild.
Also, Chris Shue. Everybody cheers this guy. Get it. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Cheers.
Yep.
Bam it.
Come by.
Amir.
That one.
All right. Thank you so much for the gifted 10 subs.
Oh my god.
Not on YouTube right now, so I can't see who just joined our membership, but welcome aboard, everybody that was gifted a membership. Thank you so much for that, Chris Shue. You're the man, the myth, the legend, the awesome person that we know. You're amazing. Looks like Padre got one. Thank you, Chris Shue. It's nice when people say thank you.
I
for
agree.
their gift, right? You
Thank
should think-
Yeah.
Oh, Heather got one too. There you go. Look at that.
Cheers.
That's awesome. I love it. And then the 14-year-olds come out. You are correct, Heather. We have been 14 this whole time. You didn't know that. Sorry. Wrap up award show. Award show was a blast.
Exhausted, dude.
You guys ever get a chance to go to Icast, go to the award show, which is usually on the Wednesday in the afternoon. Open bar, dude. So just go hang out. They have food and stuff too. It was really cool. Some companies won, some companies
That one.
didn't win. Some companies got ripped off.
But
But
great story. So glad we heard it.
yeah. There were some cool things that won. I wanted to call it just that we had a vibe check. We have a magic vibe check. I feel like we connect with people at ICAST that they have good vibes and then they win like the best of show
Good
stuff.
things happen.
Good
Oh,
things
dude,
happen.
Like the number of
Yeah.
people that were like, oh yeah, we're gonna work with you, and like, yeah, we're gonna,
Yeah.
talk about getting some product, and we're vibing. or we filmed videos for it like that day or whatever.
Shout out to Rugged Road Coolers.
Rugged Road Coolers, man. We filmed the funniest
Yep.
video, and like they won the next day, and they did not expect to win at all. Honestly,
We were talking to them at the
Angle
booth.
Coolers.
They were like, "We're not gonna win," and
sponsored
they won.
Sponsored
Yep.
the whole Icast. Their names everywhere.
Angle
They had a new
Coolers
release.
did not win.
It's
Yeah.
was on it.
That's
It's down here. Yeah.
It was not mine.
It was on
But
mine.
yeah,
whatever.
Benchmade Knives has a just high end, knife company
Mhm.
making their first entree into fishing. Really cool offering.
The water series,
The water
pretty
series
cool.
is
Are we talking like fillet knives?
We're
or
talking
like-
fillet knives. We're talking
Whole series.
So they
Yeah.
have 2 fixed blades. One
Yep.
that's only 3.5 inches, 4 inches, maybe 3 inches.
Okay.
Rubbery grip, really cool sheath.
Yep.
Really cool sheath. And they have a larger version of that one that is heavy duty. 2 folders, one true pocket knife, the other one upsized pocket knife. Very heavy duty.
Sounds like you guys gonna be doing some catch and cook.
Sounds like we
So,
will.
Also,
'cause-
when we get that rugged cooler too.
yeah.
But then Z-Man 1-2, there's Shadatron and what was the other one?
I don't remember
Well,
the
I
other
don't
one.
remember the
I
other one.
was the
wasn't
other
there, so I don't know about that.
Shadatron, and then
Shadtron.
Shadatron, whatever.
Shad.
The Chatatron.
The Chatatron. It just has a backwards hat lifted.
The one with the
No.
No.
we have that one.
No,
I don't
sounds cool,
recall
but it
what
did
it
not
was.
win.
But then
But it's cool.
Under Armour did. We had a really good meeting with them.
Talk
They have,
time.
they have some products we can't wait to show
Their
you
deck
guys,
boot,
some
their
cool
deck
stuff.
boot won. But yeah, ultimately, like some cool new products that we will hopefully get in hands. We're looking at
systems.
inflatables, maybe a kayak here or there. Deck boots from Under Armour. Their water shoes are legit. They didn't win, but like
They weren't involved because
They weren't involved.
Yeah.
the deck boot won, but like I feel like the water shoe should have won. because
For
they're-
us, it's going to be
Friggin'
something
cool.
we can't wait to show you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of things we can't wait to show you guys. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll unbox them and use them on the channel, and you guys know how this goes. We'll do a recap in 6 to 12 months on how they actually handled themselves for the entirety of that
Yep.
season or 2 seasons. So stay tuned for that. Also, other videos dropping for us from Icast. We will do a new product showcase video featuring all the things that we think were cool from new product showcase. That'll drop on Friday. There'll be a kayak breakdown, all the new kayaks and inflatables. That'll drop on Monday. And then rods, reels, lures in no particular order, and kayak accessories over the next week and a half. So stay tuned. We're going to get that stuff out to you guys with our opinions, thoughts, etc. on those. And we're just going to keep having fun and grinding our butts off here.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. So we're going to get back to it, get some rest, and we're going to go grind it out tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this impromptu live. We didn't schedule anything, so thanks for being here. We appreciate you guys, and we will catch you later. Okay, bye.
The fish don't wait.
They don't.